You know that feeling when you've got off at the wrong stop of the planet? That's exactly how I felt landing in Saint Petersburg. In February. Yes, February. Because if you're going to freeze, might as well do it properly. But don't get me wrong, this city isn't just cold. It's cold and majestic, like an ex who still manages to dazzle you. Founded by Tsar Peter the Great in 1703 because, well, he fancied a European city in the middle of a swamp. And when you're a Tsar, you can do that sort of thing. Peter the Great was Europe's #1 fan. And by fan, I mean he imported architects, fashion, wine snobbery, and even decent barbers. He built this city to keep an eye on Sweden and show off a bit. The result? A place with French palaces, Italian cathedrals, and canals that look like Venice, with fewer gondolas and way more hypothermia. They say if you spend a minute looking at each piece in the Hermitage, you'd need 11 years. So I did the sensible thing, went straight to look for Tsarist ghosts. This museum is a gem. Da Vinci, Egyptian mummies, you name it. And the best part? It used to be the Winter Palace. Yep, the Tsars actually lived surrounded by gold, marble, and paintings worth more than my kidney on the black market. This church isn't just beautiful, it's morbid. Built right on the spot where Tsar Alexander II was assassinated. Yep, here they don't do memorial plaques, they build churches. It's packed with shiny mosaics, orthodox icons, and an odd energy, like Putin could pop up any second, riding a bear. In summer, the sun never sets. Literally. At 2 a.m., people are out like it's tea time. They call it white nights. It's poetic and also a nightmare if you rely on blackout curtains. But the city transforms. Concerts, dancing, bridges rising like mechanical ballet. And of course, liters of vodka. Because in Russia, if there's a reason to drink, they'll find it. If St. Petersburg's metro were a person, it'd be a retired general with medals and war stories. The stations are like mini Baroque theaters. Chandeliers, marble pillars, and a cold that attacks your soul. Every escalator ride feels like a spelunking expedition. And the station names? Prospekt Prosveshnia, Ploshad Vostania. Sounds like Tolstoy named them during a hangover. Peter the Great said, "I want a Versailles, but shinier." Thus, Peterhof was born. A palace by the Baltic with fountains spraying water like there's no such thing as drought. Everything glitters. Everything's gold. Everything screams imperial power, or someone who's never paid a water bill. Dostoevsky wrote Crime and Punishment here, and not much has changed. The city still has that existential gloom, rain, fog, buildings that look clinically depressed. I visited his house. Tiny, dark, full of books. Made me want to write a tragedy, or at least finally book that therapist. During World War II, the city endured a 872-day Nazi siege. No food. No heating. No hope. But they didn't surrender. You can visit museums with real photos and heartbreaking testimonies. People survived eating glue soup. Yes, glue. And here I am, complaining when my sushi arrives lukewarm. I tried borscht, beet soup, stroganoff, and even caviar. Here, caviar's spread like butter. And vodka? Basically water with a Russian passport. But beware, the waiters stare at you like you just insulted their grandmother because you asked for a napkin. People here don't smile much, until they know you. Then they invite you home, drown you in tea, and tell stories sadder than Ukrainian soap operas. There are lucky cat statues, bridges you cross while making wishes, and babushkas who could absolutely destroy you if you don't give up your seat. Saint Petersburg is like a Pushkin poem, beautiful, tragic, elegant, and occasionally makes no bloody sense. It's not a city you just visit. You survive it, and then you miss it. As I leave, feet frozen and heart slightly more poetic, I just think, I'll come back, in summer, though. Definitely summer.